This man discovered an easy way to make money while doing nothing. All he had to do was pretend to be blind, and he could sit outside a temple and beg without question. His income was 3 times higher than others. Strangers helped him cross the street, and the government even gave him a free apartment. But the biggest advantage? No one ever suspects a blind man. He was actually a pianist, often invited to perform in wealthy homes. But he used that opportunity to secretly spy on the lady of the house. Faking blindness became his best weapon. What he didn't know was, this scam was about to turn into a nightmare. One day, like usual, he showed up to perform for a rich man's wife on her birthday, but she looked nervous, and claimed he came too early, that he'd gotten the time wrong. He didn't buy it. He knew he had the right time. The husband had already paid a deposit, and he was owed a big tip after the performance. They argued, drawing the attention of a nosy neighbor. Afraid things would escalate, the woman reluctantly let him in. Once she confirmed he was blind, she relaxed and told him to start playing. But a few minutes into the performance, he froze at what he saw in the living room. Lying in the middle of the rug was a dead body. He immediately understood why she hadn't wanted to let him in. But now, he couldn't let on that he saw anything. He pretended he had to use the bathroom to calm himself. As he walked past the body, he stepped in red wine to make his movements seem messy, like a blind man's mistake. Inside the bathroom, he realized the worst part. The killer was already there, standing silently behind him, holding a gun. He froze, barely breathing. Luckily, he really did need to pee, so the man didn't suspect anything. Back in the living room, he finally recognized the body. It was the rich man who had hired him. He was terrified, but forced himself to keep playing the piano. The woman acted normal, pretending to call her husband. Then, right in front of him, she began to clean up the scene. She stuffed the body into a suitcase. The killer put on the rich man's clothes, creating the illusion that the husband had left for home. At the front door, the woman even played a recording, pretending to greet her husband returning home. Through it all, they didn't worry one bit about the blind man watching. After the performance, he didn't go home. He sat on the curb, frozen with indecision. Should he go to the police? The rich man was a beloved philanthropist, and always tipped him generously. Just then, a woman selling lottery tickets passed by, and said, "God always watches over the blind." That gave him the courage to seek justice for the dead man. He went to the police station, and reported a murder. But the next second, he saw a familiar face. It was the man who held the gun in the bathroom, and he wasn't just anyone. He was the police chief. His mind went blank. In a panic, he changed his story, saying someone had killed his cat. But the chief didn't buy it. He just committed a murder. And now a blind man showed up to report it? He started to suspect. Maybe this guy wasn't blind at all. So he personally drove him home. As soon as they entered the house, he noticed a newspaper on the table. The man said it was for lining the cat's litter box. The chief wasn't fully convinced. He kept testing him. Then suddenly, he pulled out a knife and hurled it at the man's head.